As always, when you join me here, you are one of my treasures. Welcome to what I like to call Area 5T1, where we do discuss the 5Ts. We talk about transition, we talk triathlon, we talk um, trends, we talk tips and teaching, and we talk trucks. Hello, Yadira. How are you doing today? We've already got Yadira in here. She is one of my mods. So I always like to thank Yadira for joining us in here. She is a fantastic mod. So how's your day going today, Yadira? Got another black tank top on, so it is different today though. It does have the phases of the moon. So it's not the same one. Um, it's another hot day in Albuquerque, so I thought I'd do the tank top again. Um, First of all, got a few things to say. I have set up, if you look in the channel, I have set up a live stream for next Saturday. It'll be our first Julesathon. It is going to be a marathon um, live stream. We will be going from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Um, so that's one upcoming theme that we will have next week. Tomorrow, I'm sounding like Annie now. But tomorrow we will be having I will be on the Church of. Hey, how's it going, Jason? Welcome to the stream. Got another of my, another one of my mods in here. Maybe we'll get a mod fest going on. But tomorrow at, I think it'll be at 11 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, I will be doing a sermon for the Church of Korhor. It'll be that is the godless church I belong to, and I will be just basically doing a sermon about Pride Month, and what it stands for and what it means. So it'll be pretty cool. You knitting, so I will be doing that sermon tomorrow on the Church of Korhor. And like I said, next week we will be doing Jules Khan. I know I did send already the link to another friend who will be sending her subs over to here next week. Oh, an 8-hour marathon of a crochet channel. Okay. My sister crochets, but I mean, she knows how to do it, but doesn't do it as a hobby. So, welcome everyone. Please feel free to jump in. As always, everybody is welcome in here. Crochet some money. Hello everyone, welcome. I can see more people are starting to join in here. I can see we got, hey, 505, how are you? We're gonna start getting our usual people here. Hey, Thomas. Thomas is crawling under the desk. I wonder how he's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be doing a sermon on the Church of Korhor, probably at 11 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Yeah, Oh, okay, that's Joe, probably putting up the link for the sermon. Um, Actually, he's given me the information. It is at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay. That means I can't sleep in tomorrow. Sorry, you guys, I was just replying. I did do another video tonight on for the channel. It is a get ready with me video for members only. I just have to upload it. So as I did this, look, I did record myself, and it will be for members only content. So that's where it pays off to be a member. If people you want to get a membership. And also, please consider dropping a super chat. Does help the channel. And this month we will be giving 25% to different charities. We will do 10% to purchasing items for the homeless. Yeah, I know Roman numerals. Oh, okay. I can, it's probably that I didn't open the Facebook Messenger. I've been really bad going on Facebook or lately. Um, and I will give you information if I will make it. Oh, thank you, Jason. Just because I can, and it is great for a great cause. Thank you. Um, we've actually done pretty good. We're starting to, and next week, like I said, 50% we're gonna give to the Transgender Resource Center since it is Pride Month. So anything that comes off next week's 12-hour stream, money from there, 50% is going to go to the Transgender Resource Center, or I should say 40, and then 10% what we're going to do is give a friend of mine, she helps out this homeless trans person, and out in Arizona, they need water, food, clothing, so we're going to donate it to that. So I think that'll help her out, and she is telling her subs on TikTok, where she has a lot of subs, to come on over here to join that stream. Um, and I'm probably going to mention it tomorrow also on the sermon I will be doing at the Church of Core Horror. And that, if you guys want to watch that sermon, it'll be here on YouTube. I may not, it, I could probably link it to my channel. And I can actually watch it on both screens, watch it from Joe's channel, and watch it on my channel. That'll be cool because then I can see everybody's who's on there. And you guys will see that there will be people there from other channels that are pretty popular in the Exmo world. So I'm doing great, Justin. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like. Hi, Mike. Mike, I will be, after this, I will be uploading another video since you are a member. I did do a get ready with me video as I did my look for today. Hello, Zach. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're only 10 minutes into the stream. Next week, guys, 1 week from today, we will be doing a 12-hour live stream. We will be doing 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's going to be a marathon stream. So we can have some fun on there. And on that day, 50% of what we get will go to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, as we will. It is Pride Month, so we should help them. Help them out. No, actually, I haven't gotten a gender reassignment surgery yet. Well, my bow is actually in Florida right now. I have it in a pod, so I got a new. I spent. I need. I forgot what the new total is. I need like $1,500 to get my pod transported here. They gave me. I used to have a 10% discount. Now they gave me 25% discount. This month they had a special where they were giving new people what 30% off, and I called to try to get that 30% off discount and strike a deal with them, and they said no, we can't give you the 30% off because that's for new contracts, but you know what, we will give you 25. What's 5% more? I was like, I would practice at the standard 20 yard. Good evening, Jiminy Crickets. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that's cool. 505. What kind of displays did you get? Ordinary, welcome to the stream. Remember, guys, as you join in, please do hit the like and I know all of you are subscribers, so just hit a like. If you are new here and in the background, please do hit a like and subscribe. Yeah, Jiminy, it's a hot day here in Albuquerque. It's been like 96. Thomas would just go outside and lay in the grass whenever I took him out, and then, or if he had to go, he would obviously use the bathroom. What was it empty? I was wondering about that. If anybody had gone, I was watching the Midas Touch. I don't know if you guys watch the Midas Touch. I like watching media that's actually online because it seems like you get the truth online as opposed to getting you know, if you go like on MSNBC News, it's all one-sided. If you go to Fox News, it's another side. It's kind of, you know, so I was on here. I sometimes, well, with my ex, she used to watch MSNBC, and I actually found one that was, it was Don Lemon's show on here, and Joy Reid was on there, and I'm not very fond of her, but she was, um, I was surprised. She was actually talking in a way that didn't annoy me. You know, and they showed a lot of people doing speeches, and they were, you know, like showing speeches in different parts of the country, which were very, very good. They showed Representative Raskin doing one in Philly. That guy's amazing. I actually like that guy. He's a great rep. Well, the thing is, the you know, the media, it's transition, triathlon, trends, teaching, and trucks. You know, yeah, I was amazed at the, you know, that all the protests were friendly, and I've noticed usually when it's something that has to do with immigration, I've always seen friendly protests. I've actually went to a peaceful protest for people that had, you know, that had immigrated over here, and yeah. Hey, Jaded, welcome to the stream. I've always noticed they can protest peacefully. You know, I remember the SWAT teams were there and all that, and yeah, it was. I've always noticed peaceful ones. Yeah, it is, Monique. It's strange to see all this going on. Um, all of a sudden, it just broke out. Everything just toppled down. But I was watching some Republican senators get interviewed, or Congress people, and they were pulling. Hello, Jaylin. Welcome to the stream. They were just pulling pages right out of and chapters right out of Project 2025, and it seemed to be that's what it was. You know, and I haven't read about it, or haven't read Project 2025, but it seems like it was. Well, I was actually watching I was watching a channel here online and on YouTube. It seems like you get the better media when it's independent people that just go around and talk. And on this one, it was actually John Lemon or Don Lemon show. Yes, it is different phases of the moon. Um, and thank you. Do you guys know this is? I bought this on Temu. People, you know, put down Temu, but I find fantastic stuff on there. Today I was noticing that now that I've lost some weight, my body has actually gotten some curve to it. It's gotten that fat wrist weight distribution that it's actually got curve to it. I'm getting hips. Yeah, and on this one it was like Don Lemon from that used to be with CNN. You had Joy Reid on there from MSNBC, Jim Acosta, and they had they would bring other people in, and they brought in this what was his name? Ezra, um, I forgot what his last name is, but him and his wife are the founders of a, you know, equal rights group pretty much. And what he was saying is, yeah, you can have a protest today and it looked peaceful just one day, and um, and you make your statement known, but if you do it one time, it's not gonna continue. So he stated that what we need to do is continue to, people need to continue protesting every day, you know. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Just remember, everyone, we don't. I'm an atheist. I know I have a lot of subscribers that are atheists and agnostic. So we try not to bring religious context into here. Um, Hello, everyone. Just tell us, you can tell us how your Saturday's been going. Honestly, for me, today was just kind of a relaxing day with my pup. We went in and out several times. It's very hot outside here in Albuquerque. Um, but we, he would do his business. We'd come back in, and it was a good day overall. I didn't even watch it. Why does one want to watch all that? They're turning our country, basically, the country's being turned into a fascist country by showing our great strength of power. Uh, you know, like someone said today that on the video, the news that I was watching, happy birthday, Marla Gibbs. Today I got lazy and I had cooked a pizza last night. So um, I had some pizza. So who was it? They say it was Marla Gibbs' birthday today. Oh, and one of the reporters, it was his mom's birthday. So that's what I will go with. And some of you, if none of you know who, if any of you don't know who Marla Gibbs is, she played the housekeeper on the Jeffersons. Tomorrow I need to put N on 227. Yeah, exactly. I forgot about 227 because I remember the advertisement. It was 227 is a comedy with Marla Gibbs and her family. Um, Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Do you realize, we lost 7 subs overnight? Some people just come and sub and unsub. we will do another. We'll do another. We can do another 3-hour live stream tonight. I can't. I probably shouldn't go too late. It's just the way it goes, Jaded. People will join and then they'll just unsubscribe, or sometimes they're bots and then they're kicked off, or they're they go to other channels and get taken off the off of YouTube or kicked off, and so it affects everybody that they're subscribed to. So it's no big deal. I mean, I'd rather have the channel grow slowly and get quality people in here. Like right now, I know everybody has been here a while, rather than just a bunch of people that that are just going to be coming in here to insult us and stuff like that. So, hey Neil, welcome to the stream. Oh, that's cool. For the long haul. Remember, next week we will be doing the long haul. We'll be doing the 12-hour live stream on Saturday next week. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Mountain Time. So, and then we should probably have a pretty good attendance. My friend, like I said, another friend of mine with a pretty good amount of followers on TikTok will be sending her her followers over here. She also has a YouTube channel, so she might send. We'll probably send some of them also over here. I've already set up the link for the stream for next week, so it gives people enough time to see that it's going to happen. So that'll be so it's already set up, and over the week people can see. And it does say on there what it's for. So it was. I've figured out how to set up streams for the week before now. I thought of doing it on StreamYard. On StreamYard, we can have we can have camera to camera conversations. If between mods and myself, if we want to have a meeting, we can do it there and talk about, how to update like different rules and stuff on what we would want to do on the channel to make it better. We can do that from time to time. I'm always game. Yeah, and that's the thing. We can agree to disagree, but this is not about getting into an argument on things. It's about informing people. I over time, like, I mean, I'll tell you, if you would have met me, let's see, after Trump's first election, even up to the second one, or right to about when 1/6 happened, I was still a hardcore right-wing person. Now I'm an independent because there are so many And at that time, I was still pretty strong in my, or still had ties to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So, I was still had some right-wing ideas and some of the church ideas. So, um, it was a different, big change in me over, time. Uh, you would have talked to a completely different person. Hmm. Guys, what's a good title for a sermon about Pride Month? Um, Actually, yes, I was a member of two major religions. Um, no, I don't. Guys, give me suggestions. Hello, Aqua. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry, I'm texting at the same time as we're doing our stream. Uh, at first, the Matt, well, sure. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in any religion or any God or Jesus. I had a faith deconstruction. Hmm. Have you ever asked yourself why in the Old Testament there were exactly the same amount of why did just look at the Old Testament and the New Testament, why is it equal the number of miracles that Jesus performed as bad things that happened in the Old Testament? Isn't it quite a coincidence? Why is it that the Old Testament does not tell us about Edith, Adam's first wife? Oh no, not Edith, but Lilith. I'm sorry, I slipped up on that. Why in a religion that is supposed to be so good and have such a wonderful person as Jesus, are they marginalizing people? So I think you need to step back and kind of think about all those things yourself. I I can agree with you on that, Jalen. As far as as far as religions, yes, religions try to teach us. Yeah, and I'm atheist, Jason. I no longer believe in any religion. To me, it seems like uh, God when they use God, uh, to bring up religion. It seems that it was it's used sometimes to start creating hate. Thank you so much, Kathy. Welcome to the stream. It's it's just a black tank top. I have some exercise shorts on. Uh, no, first of all, Lilith was Adam's first wife. And then let me ask you this question, Aqua. If God created Adam, no, I'm not wearing nylons. If God created Adam from dust, took a piece of Adam, which I believe was his rib, to create Eve, to create a woman, doesn't that make Eve a transgender form of Adam? It is online. It's on here. Ordinary. It is called the Church of Korhor. I'll put it up on here. I don't have a link to this to the Yeah, I will, but for certain, like if I was wearing a dress somewhere or, but at home, I'm just trying to stay relaxed. Like today, I wanted a tank top and shorts. The YouTube channel, that's the name. I just copied and pasted out off of there. So that'll be tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And yes, I will have a link and it'll be over onto my site. Hi, Heather. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Camel Girl. Welcome to the stream. I don't know Roblox. Camel Girl, please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please be respectful towards others in the stream. I would also ask that consider dropping a super sticker or a super chat. We do donate to charity. This month we've upped our amount that we do give. You can also do it through Cash App. We do give, and Yadira has just posted it in the comments. I will actually pin that comment. Why is it not? Make user, go to channel. Oh, pin message right here. We'll pin that message up at the top. It does give the Cash App account number, or so you can just always give to the Cash App there. we do give 25 this month. We do 20% to charities. 10% we always give. Actually, we just buy stuff for the homeless. Usually it's 5% to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, but for Pride Month we're doing 10%, and we do 5% to Animal Humane New Mexico, which is where I adopted my dog from. Now, next Saturday, we will be doing a 12-hour live stream. On that 12-hour live stream, 50% will be donated out to charity. What we're going to do is we're going to save. Um, my friend has been helping a transgender individual out in Arizona. They are homeless. So she's been, her kids take her water and been helping out with, money, and taking her snacks. So what we thought we could do, you know, after speaking with her, what I want to do is, since we said 50% will go to uh, helping trans individuals, going to resource center. I'm going to send actually 10% to that to help out that individual, um, and then we will, she will send a lot. She will talk about it on her channel. Um, to send people over here to help and grow the channel and help with super chats to get the most as possible. We will be doing a 12-hour live stream. It's gonna be lots of water for me. And probably eating right here in front of you guys. I'm gonna figure out what I will be eating. Next week we'll be making our first purchase for the homeless. Also, as money will be from last month's. Yeah, I know we'll need a Thomas break. And I think you can pause the stream for a little bit, and so I can take Thomas out, and then and then actually the other day I ordered out and I got some killer tacos, actually like street style tacos from I ordered it on DoorDash. I'm trying to think what they were really good. I ordered 2 carne asada, 2 al pastor. They were good. So welcome everyone. Welcome to my stream. My name is Jules. Remember, all of you are my treasures. Let's start up. We can start any topic. I know today has been an interesting day. I know we've probably all seen it on the news, what's been going on throughout the nation. And I don't want to, we can bring it up as long as it's not, as long as it doesn't create conflict in here. So, we have seen lots of peaceful protests throughout the nation. And I do have it was strange because while I was watching the one YouTube channel that I was watching, they actually brought up what I had said all along. Um, yeah, Philly was the furthest one I was watching. Yeah, I'm Mexican. Why wouldn't I eat Mexican food? Um, uh, but yeah, I got to see Jamie Raskin give a very good speech. Um, and it was like all outsider media. It wasn't like a network media, so it was really, really good. I was watching it from here on YouTube from a channel called The Midas Touch, and I liked watching it from not a one-sided point of view. No, I'm of Mexican descent. My parents immigrated to the United States. My mom was from Baja California, from Mexicali. My dad is from Sonora. Um, so that's one of the big reasons I watch this because they're saying, you know, people they can like turn around and just revoke. Well, my dad passed away, but like my mom, she literally immigrated. She got her citizenship, but they're saying that now they can even pull that they're going to start, doing that. So, the one day they could have her, if she gets pulled over or something, they can just yank her from the car and stuff. And that, you know, and now I know I have one sub in here that'll come in and say it's all about cartels. It, they're a lot of the footage you see, they're not pulling just cartel members out or gangsters. They're pulling, abuelas from their cars and taking them to detention centers. They're, separating families, the mothers and their kids. It's amazing what you see is happening out there. I know this is probably gonna. This is reality, though. It's happening, and it's you know I know I hate to bring it up because it's one of the two things that always kind of separates things, whether it's um, politics and religion. Um, I know we try not to talk religion here. I will give my take on it when people do ask, and I'll try to keep it. I'll try to, I do what I can, my 2 cents worth, and not be. I will never ar- argue in an aggressive fashion. Well said, Yadira. It is diversity in our society, and it is a necessary topic because I think if we look at it, and if we're looking at the term immigrant, um, hey Fortnite, welcome. Yeah, I can speak Spanish. Um, if we really look at, there's a T-shirt that you can buy here in New Mexico, and it says Homeland Security, and it shows 4 Indian chiefs on there, Native American, I should say, chiefs on there uh, that were here in the United States before anybody out in this territory. Um, well, for me, it wasn't very long because it was my first language. So yeah, it's a very cool T-shirt because it is true. The Native Americans were here before anybody came over here, and so really, all these people that are, you know, white and saying that we should get rid of the immigrants, technically they're immigrants too. Pastel. Pastel. So I mean, I think people don't really look at things like that and consider that way, really look at that thinking. Fortnite, it's just like a pastel color, pastel. It also depends what type of Spanish you're speaking, because you can have Castilian Spanish, you'll have different, different dialects depending on where you live. So everybody's gonna might say a different. See, to me, torta is like a baguette, which is called in Mexico we call it virote, and then you cut the virote through, and you put whatever type of meat you want. Usually it's carne asada, and then you have your toppings on it, and and then you eat it. It's like a sandwich. That's what a torta to me is. I've heard biscocho, bizcocho. I've heard that also. But yeah, it all depends, where you're from, what dialect you're using, stuff like that. So tomorrow, if you do want to join me, I will be giving a godless sermon on the Church of Korihor channel. It will be at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. It will be about Pride Month. So you can show up on this channel. It will have a link to, I will link it to our site, to my site, so you can, you can always, so you can watch if you want to. We don't, like I said, everything's it's a godless talk, really. So we don't push anything on people. We have fun there. You guys have heard some of the hymns, obviously. We listened to a couple, which I'll probably pick the two that I usually play on here. Probably pick Virtue Signal to start off with, and maybe end the sermon with Lick My Cupcake. Those are, they're, I don't know, I may actually even, I may even, I could also end it with some of the Heroes of the Resistance, as we are seeing some. Oh, we can start it off with Anne Frank song. I think that'll be a good one. I don't live by the sea. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so I live by mountains. There's a mountain just right up the street. I used to live by the sea. I'm actually from San Diego, California. So in high school, my friends and I, where do you live, Heather? Um, when I lived in San Diego, we used to get up, while we were in high school, we used to get up early in the morning and go to the beach to surf before we went to school. Oh, in New Zealand? I heard, actually, I heard that New Zealand had a very high concentration of Latter-day Saints. I was watching something on about Tonga having such a high concentration, and I heard that New Zealand has a high concentration also. I was surprised to hear that one. Up north, okay. Yeah, I was just surprised because they were saying what Pacific Islands had them. Like Tonga's big on it. I know Samoa is has it there, and then they mentioned New Zealand. I was watching another young lady who's also an ex-mo, and she was mentioning it. Heather, I noticed you keep retracting your messages. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Um, Consider jumping into the stream with us, chatting. Um, we usually do some 2-3 hour streams here on my channel. You know, we have fun. You know, we can talk about what's been going on in the nation today, just that we keep it respectful, no insults. Um, you know, we've seen, yeah, we have here in Albuquerque this last winter, we got down to 7 degrees one day. Okay, Charlie. Hey, Avita, how are you? Welcome to the channel. How are you doing? Did you change the pic on your on here? Well, good. Well, usually enchiladas aren't spicy. Where did you eat it from, Charlie? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Yeah, so you're really cold because I'm talking Fahrenheit. In fact, it got so cold it froze the piping in my building, and it had a pipe burst. Well, they must have given you something really spicy because I live in New Mexico, and even here in the land of chili peppers, I've never gotten an enchilada that's been spicy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Oh, is Whataburger your new fave place? I haven't liked them. I guess I'm just an in and out girl. I know that didn't sound right. Um, Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you are new here. Yeah, did you ever see when when In and Out first came out with bumper stickers, what people used to do? It used to say In and Out and then burger underneath, and then people would cut out the B and the R. Now you figure out what it said. Um, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Avita, you need to come back here so we can do it, get the count back up. Lately it's been down. Yeah, we can do one. Actually, tomorrow I know it wouldn't be. Now, next week, I'm doing that Jules-a-thon. We are doing an 11 a to 11 p live stream. I have a friend. She's got a big TikTok following. She's gonna be sending her subs over here. She's also got a big YouTube following. She's gonna be sending them over here. We will obviously be doing this, trying to collect as much as we can on super chats, super stickers, super thanks. And what we're gonna do is give that day we will be making the total and whatever we get that day, 50% is going to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. And actually 10% will be going to a homeless trans individual she's been helping out with. So, that day we're hoping to get, hopefully we can get plenty of people in here. Hey, Jiminy, welcome to the stream. My favorite burger joint, and it's always In and Out. Um, I usually would get a plain 4x4, but I don't think I could eat a 4x4 anymore since I started on Wegovy. Guys, trust me, that medication does its job. Yeah, In and Out's probably about the same. I found it about the same last time I went. I got a Flying Dutchman last time. I liked that. Flying Dutchman was right. It was just two patties, two slices of cheese, and um and no bun. Oh yeah, the Heart Attack Cafe where the guy calls himself Doctor So and So, and all his waitresses are dressed like nurses. It's not good burger. Half-pound patties you can find at a lot of places. You can go to Fuddruckers and get half-pound patties. Okay, we can do that. Actually, that 12-hour stream I was gonna do, um, I was gonna do it on StreamYard and maybe have people jump in, you know, and come in and talk. But then I started thinking, no, because then we'll probably have hate people, come in and um, and talk. Yeah, same here. I'm trying to keep the calories down. The thing is, like, it's easy because with the Wegovy, that thing doesn't let you eat as much. Um, yeah, it keeps your appetite down. I went to Fuddruckers a couple of weeks ago, and I I couldn't eat. I ordered was it a 1/3 pound burger, and I couldn't eat the whole thing. We're the same weight now. My goal is probably 175. If I could get to 170, that would be awesome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like, subscribe if you are new in here. Yeah, I need to start running again, get them, and I need to get my bikes over here. Lena, if it isn't Lena Mystic Mama, welcome in. Haven't Thank you, Lena. Love to see you in here always, girl. Lena is one of our OG mods. She and I can't remember. She was she was one of the first ones. Um, so, and as far as sub count, Lena was number 99. And actually, I think 2 days ago would have been her subscriber anniversary, a 1 year anniversary. Yeah, I looked it up one day and I was trying to find where you, because you were 99. I know Sandy was 100. So I was looking where 99 landed, and it turned out to be somewhere around this time. We can look at it right now. So June 7th, Lena, June 7th was your 1 year anniversary. And we turned to 100 on June 8th. So in 1 year, we have gained over 2,200 subs. And Drace was our other OG mod. $31? Oh, so you're like way down at the bottom of the totem pole. We all are, Lena. Glad to see you in here. Stop by whenever you can. Greetings, Huggy. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here. Huggy, I'm doing the sermon tomorrow morning. Yeah, it'll be at 10 a.m. our time. So that's 1 o'clock your time. And I will, at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, which is actually, no, I'm sorry, it's noon your time. I will have the StreamYard app that Joe will send me, so I'll be able to watch. I'll stream from, how am I going to do it? Yeah, I'll be able to watch my side of the channel and I'll be able to watch his. It's just going to focus on Pride Month, ordinary. This is it's a godless church, so we don't focus on God. No, I haven't seen Cult Lady. I'll have to look her up. But tomorrow's is going to focus on Pride. Yeah, and I'm going to, do some research, just, everything about the Stonewall incident, stuff like that. I'm probably going to put my camera focusing a lot on my Pride flag. And then I have dual monitors, so that'll really help out. So I can watch from Joe's channel and from my channel. Was it there in Daytona? Was Pride Parade there? Or was it Trump's Pride Parade today? No, I haven't been to Stonewall, and I want to look up, do a little history lesson. I'll have to look her up. Ormond Beach, yeah, right now the focus today was all on the No Kings protests. Hello, Brentley. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. That would be cool to go to that monument there. Of course, they've said that they would not recognize it anymore as a Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like, subscribe to the channel, if you aren't already. I know everybody in here pretty much is already a sub. Um, but if you are visiting the channel, please do subscribe. Um, if you want to know what the channel is about. Oh, are you okay, Raven? Or what have you done for that? Remember, rice therapy, rest, ice, compression, and elevation. I would ice it for about 48 hours, then put a warm pack to it. The ice and the warm pack, never put it directly on your skin. Always put a towel, a thin washcloth between it so you don't, uh, get any frostbite to the skin or a burn. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it has been 9 years. That's a okay. That's good. And just elevate it too. Lay down and have it elevated above your heart. It prevents the swelling. If you want compression, I would suggest maybe getting an ace wrap. Wrap it, but not too tight. Always watch the blood flow on your toes just by pushing on them. And if the pinkness goes away and comes back in less than 2 seconds, you're good. Oh, wow. I don't know if years ago you guys remember, I don't know, many of you might not know about this shooting. It was in San Ysidro, California, at a McDonald's. Um, it was near my mom's work. One of her coworkers was there when that one happened. She lost a child in it. Um, and my mom almost went to lunch there that day. Well, that's cool, Raven. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Please do hit a like, subscribe to the channel. Today, they always say not to get talking about politics, but today I do want some, what everybody thinks about what's been going on in our nation today. It's really unfortunate what we're seeing. From what I see, I've been watching, I like watching the alt media. Hello, Echo, welcome. How are things? You still here, Lena? You're still in the background, huh? I actually, Huggy, next Saturday we will be doing a 12-hour live stream. 50% of what we get, actually it's going to be 40, goes to the Transgender Resource Center in New Mexico. And then 10% I'm giving to a friend who's helping out a homeless young lady that is trans in Gilbert, Arizona. So I will. I'm gonna be doing that. Oh, when I saw that, Yadira, it kind of confused me because not your concern comes in and says, "Hi there, everyone," and then Huggy asks you, "Hello, Yadira, how you doing?" And then you said, "Hi, not your concern." So I thought you were saying that to Huggy. Yeah, you were telling. I thought I saw that. No, it just I was like, what? I'm like, that's not like Yadira to say something like that. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you are new in here. Oh, wait. I think I know who the knitting cult lady is. I know which one it is. She was a member of a cult. I know which one it is. If she's the one that's always knitting, I did see her on Cults of Consciousness. And she's done her hair in different colors too. Um, and I remember it was a cult that had her, um, yeah, the Children of God. Yeah, because her mom was related or seeing the cult leader, and they were kind of abusing. They were basically abusing of her. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I remember. The alt media I was watching today was pretty good because they explained and but they didn't bring it up under the bite model, but they were actually explaining how MAGA is a cult in itself. The Good Nurse, no, I haven't. Yeah, I could say that I haven't. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, keep hitting Thomas's hind legs here. He's under me. Um, Please do hit a like and subscribe. Consider dropping a super chat or a super sticker. Um, Proceeds this month, we have upped it to 25%, um, to 10% to buying items for the homeless, 10% to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, and 5% to Animal Humane New Mexico. Next week, when we do receive, when I do receive the Mountain Dew, when I do receive the money into the account, I will be ordering some items for the homeless. What I want to do this time is I am going to be ordering 100 just little backpacks, and that'll have you. I'm probably going to order blue. I want to order 100 in the same color. That way people won't fight over a color, because I could buy a package with many different colors, but then people are going to be saying, I want that color, I want that color. And I'm probably going to put 2 water bottles in them, 2 pairs of socks. Um, I'm looking for moisture wicking t-shirts. Well, I've already got moisture wicking caps. I've got 30 of them. Hello, Sprucel. Welcome to this stream. Please do hit a like. And I want to get some moisture wicking t-shirts. And just kind of give it to them as a whole. You know, make all the packages and then just drive around and give them to the homeless. At least they'll have, 2 bottled waters that they won't, they didn't have before. I've considered hand sanitizer, but they usually want the large bottles of hand sanitizer. Well, thank you very much, G-Loop. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Remember, my name is Jules, and remember, you are a treasure on this channel. You can join us at any time. You can hit the like, subscribe, and even the bell to remind you of future videos. Next Saturday, we will be doing a 12-hour live stream. We will be trying to raise money for the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico here in Albuquerque. And we're also, I'm going to give some to a friend that's been helping out homeless transgender person. So hopefully we can make she will be sending some of her subs over here, referring her subs, so we can make let's try to make a good amount of money that day. That was I wanted to do video today on survival preparedness. I was gonna do it, but I don't know, with everything that's been going on, I was ready to put some extra decor back here. In fact, you guys I don't know, you guys might have noticed the decor here yesterday on the live stream. I had my pistol was sitting right here against that fan. I had just put it there because people always ask me, stand my firearms in the background for more attention. I was going to do one today on being prepared for hurricane season. And hey, Dirge, welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. And I was going to bring up, make sure you have, your to-go bag ready. I was actually going to wear a Durga. I'm sorry. I was gonna wear like a black camouflage shirt that I just got, and the matching pants. But I was like, I don't know if today's the right day after everything I saw on the news. So maybe tomorrow I'll make that video. And it's just basic, preparedness tips. It's not, I didn't want it to look like anything, especially with everything that, like I said, that's going on right now. I am 54. Actually, I'll be 55 in 17 days. By the time I turn 60, I want to have a full Ironman under my belt. So my birthday will be on a Tuesday. Well, thank you, ordinary person. Yeah, so my birthday will be on a Transition Tuesday video. Today we already celebrated Lena's anniversary for 1 year of membership. She was subscriber 99. Thank you, Lena. Oh, I know. Which one are you talking about? Because like the last one I went through was Ian. Yeah, say happy anniversary to Sandy also. She hasn't been in here in a while. Good night, Huggy. Always glad to have you in here. Hopefully, I'd like to see, join us tomorrow there at the Church of Korhor. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do hit a like, subscribe, consider dropping a super. Lena, thank you very much. Have a good night. Always happy to have you here. You know that. Sounds good, Huggy. I will see you there. Like I said, I'll have the live stream up on my site and I'll have it through Joe's site. That way I can be watching, because there'll be people that'll come on from my channel and people that'll go on through Joe's channel. So either way that you go on there, you will be watching me on the stream, but it'll be like two separate streams. What's nice when I see it from Joe's, I can see some of the people, that, are big in the Exmo content. Hopefully, like, I know Ladder Daily Digest will be there. Hola, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. ¿Cómo estás? What do you mean, what's the matter, Abdul? I will then, Huggy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Cool. Look forward to seeing you there tomorrow, Huggy. And what we can do is probably stream right after I finish the sermon with Joe. Not unless he does a linger longer. I will continue with the linger longer there. Linger longer is exactly what it says. It's like, it comes from Welcome Vado. It's kind of like, it was actually, since many of us are in the Church of Korahor, are Exmos, in the I'm talking about I'm doing a lesson tomorrow. We call it a sermon. I belong to a church for atheists and agnostics, and I will be doing the sermon tomorrow. That's what I was giving information about, if anybody wants to stop by. Oh, that'll be cool. Oh, that's funny. If you're new here, please do hit a like, subscribe, consider dropping a super sticker or super chat. Welcome, Jays. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. We were just talking. Tomorrow I will be giving a talk at the Church of Korahor stream at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. It will be focused on Pride Month. So tonight I probably will stream till about 11 and then use 11 to 12 to do a little bit of make a few notes. I kind of know what I want to say, but still want to do it. Make some notes because sometimes it's good to have them. So, we can talk about any topic that you guys would like to talk about. Like I said, if you want to dono, please do hit the super chat or super sticker. At the top, there is a pin by Yadira, and that is the Cash App. You can also throw a dono through the Cash App. Abdul, I'm not an actor or actress. Correct. Yadira has it right. I'm a nurse, and I take care of veterans. Well, I don't know, Jay. I would think bear. Well, thank you, ordinary person. Yash Warden, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I would say I'm a very good nurse. I don't want to put myself on a pedestal, but yes. I was an ER nurse for 13 years after have been a road medic, so I know my stuff. It is 9:40. Where are you at, Yash? Hello, everyone. Welcome. We want to thank Jason for our super chat for tonight. That will that'll definitely get us right over the 100 mark for the month. I would think it's 9:41 in the morning, but not 9:11 in the morning. So we're in a 12-hour difference. I get lots of people from India here. Hello, everyone. We can talk. Today obviously has been very. Yeah, I'm at 9:41, 9:42 now. Where are you located, Becamax? Well, as nurses, we need to know people's cultural style. Okay, Alberta. So you're lined up exactly with me. My time zone, it's 9:42 right now. Um, but you're up in Canada. Let me ask you your opinion, Beck. What do you think of the idea of becoming part of the U.S.? How's that being received up there in Canada? And I'm trying to get it from a perspective of someone in Canada. Okay, I know all these countries that Trump is trying to acquire feel the same way. I figure that Mexico won't allow it. I know the president over there, she's not allowing it. And hello, Muffin, welcome to the stream. And the other organizations that wouldn't allow it would be the cartels. They wouldn't want to. Now I hear it's also Greenland and Panama. He just wants that canal back. It was a U.S. territory for so many years, and then after I think 20 years, that's when they gave it to Panama. I remember in my lifetime I saw that, where it was turned over to Panama. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's happening everywhere. Sometimes they'll do NFL games in other countries. I know they'll do one in Mexico. And I'm sure I think the Chargers are playing this year in Mexico, and I'm sure they'll get the same type. Yeah, but are you a girl or a boy, Abdul? Because if you're a boy, you're not my type. Yes, I know they're from Edmonton because there used to be a Houston Oilers team for American football. Now they're the Tennessee Titans. I hate when, you know, when places move teams. Like for example, I was a San Diego Chargers fan. I'm still a Chargers fan, but now that they're Los Angeles Chargers, and they're thinking of bringing a football team back to San Diego. But will it be the Chargers? What if they give them an expansion franchise? Expansion just means that they expand the league. I I don't I don't know if I could bring myself to like another team because I've always been a Charger fan. Yeah, I know the Grizzlies are somewhere else. Um, I have a daughter, and she is for a minor league hockey team. She's actually a cheerleader. I don't understand why some old women seem to be a girls in US. I don't understand what you're saying in that, Abdul. Yeah, all of us don't understand what you're saying. Well, Beck Max, we have something in common. I'm a swimmer also myself. Um, I also do uh, triathlon now. I've moved up and decided to do triathlon. Oh, got it. Yeah, I've got my tattoo here from after doing my first triathlon. I haven't done an Ironman, but so you got your swimmer, and it's in blue because it represents water. You got the cyclist um, in green because it means land, and the runner because in red because it means fire. Yeah, I've done open water swimming. It's a lot different than just swimming in the pool. Beckmax, if you haven't already, please do hit a like, subscribe to the channel. Everybody's welcome in here. Do click the little bell so you get reminders of when our uh, live streams are coming. We will have one tomorrow after I finish doing I after I do the sermon at the Church of Korahor. So well, welcome, friend. Hola, amigo, ¿cómo estás? Yes, I know Spanish. I am of Mexican descent. So Yadira is one of my moderators, so she knows Spanish also. We have several people on the channel that know Spanish. Another moderator, she knows Spanish too. So, sí, Fran, si necesitas algo en español, nosotros hablamos con usted. Ah, yo soy mexicano y yo soy una enfermera para veteranos aquí, pero trabajo con una otra enfermera que es de El Salvador y mi doctor es de Puerto Rico también. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules Please do hit a like, subscribe. It looks like we got a new subscriber online. Ah, trabajas en Florida. ¿Qué parte de Florida? Yo me mudé de Florida a Nuevo México. Yo vivía en Cape Coral, Florida. Ok, entonces tú estás más para el sur, yo estaba para el suroeste. Galaxy, this is a channel where we're talking. And some of us were talking in Spanish because we communicate better that way with each other. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, as always, you are a treasure here. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Remember, we do call the channel Area 5T1, kind of like Area 51, where we do discuss the 5Ts. We talk about transition, we talk triathlon, we talk trends, we talk teaching/tips, and we talk trucks. Many people will ask me why trucks, and it's because I do have a 2008 Nissan Xterra that I am doing a resto mod on. So we are, you know, I am trying to do a video that I've been working on for a bit, trying to change one part on it. Doing the camshaft position sensor in bank A swap. Today the other day I did order the crankshaft position sensor, which I will be swapping out this week. I actually found the location of it, which is a lot easier than the bank A camshaft position sensor. What is this? What is this? Depends. Which handshake are you giving me? They say that in the Mormon temple. What is this? And you give your new name. That's the true sign of the nail. Okay, so start a loop. I'm going to say do click like and subscribe to the channel so you can join us here frequently. We will talk about stuff like this. That is what the channel is about, so we can all support each other. Definitely go see that therapist. That's your first step. Okay? Your first step is seeing a therapist so they can, learn your history, and they will, give you confirmation. They will help you out, and then they will help guide you, depending on what state, to be able to get hormone replacement therapy. I would say, like I said, keep going to your therapy sessions. That's going to be something good for you. And then, thank you so much, friend of man. And, if you have, one of the things you can do is start, you can start a social transition. You can start off by just, getting feminine clothes, maybe get a wig. Like me right now, I do wigs because my hair hasn't totally grown out. Um, just do a social transition. Start learning to do makeup. If you want to learn, I do get ready with me videos. I do have one that I have to upload tonight. The only thing for um, get ready with me videos, like it's about this makeup that I did tonight and got dressed. You will see a big transformation because at that time it was pretty much what you'll call it was my dead self to this. And but for the get ready with me videos, you have to be a member to the channel, which the first tier membership is $2.99 a month. So there's ways of watching that. That's the way of watching those videos as something extra for them. Senor, welcome to the video. So just keep watching. I would say stay here with us, subscribe to the channel, just click on the subscribe and just follow us. We're here just about every day. We're here 5 days a week streaming. So, I would say, this is a good place. It's kind of almost like a place for us. Like if you needed like a support group, that's what we're here for. And I know there's all this negative stuff in the media right now, especially what you're seeing in these past few, especially today. Please, don't let that hold you back. Um, you can do your social transition. You can start off and it helps out. Why did it? Yeah, and see, that's the hard part. I think therapy is a very important thing. Um, yeah, and although in the U.S. they've made the age of accountability. So in other words, someone can't start transitioning till age 19, um, even if the parents approved. Before kids were transitioning in their teens. But I think, in my opinion, and all of us have different thoughts, but I think it should always be at an age of accountability. Now, the age of accountability, as I call it, used to be 18. That's when they considered you an adult, make your own decisions. I kind of like the 19 years old rule. Uh, and and yes, but yet I think as these people, these young people grow up, if they're feeling like they're trans as they're young, they should be able to seek counseling. So they should be able to see uh, a therapist. Now, physical transition to me is a different story. Because to me, it's what if they change their mind as they're young and you're giving them all these puberty blockers? That's the way I feel. You know, um, otherwise, because then you can probably end up with someone that's transitioned and, you know, and then later on they change their mind and want to detransition. We all have our right to be able to think freely and have our different opinions. And like I say here on my channel, it's good to have that because when we can all talk about it in the same way, in a different way, but yet we can do it peacefully. So yeah. Correct. I like your, not your concern, I like your reply there. That is a very good reply. Yes, do not rush it. Take your time. It took me time. First, my first thing I came out, and I came out to my ex-wife now. I came out bisexual. It turned out I wasn't bisexual. There were a lot of feminine feelings, but I just couldn't bring myself to be with a man. So I started really looking back on my life and kind of, you know, seeing things I felt throughout my life and some behavior. So then I figured out I was trans, and then I kind of started, but so basically I started kind of a social uh, transition, kind of doing some cross-dressing at home when I was at home alone. And then she found some of my stuff, and we were already splitting up, and it just went you know sideways even more. And it was just you know unbelievable where it led everything. But you know she she always talks about things that happened after that, and how it's toxic and wrong and this and that. And I'm gonna say that it's amazing that she said so many bad things about it when she was a big lefty. She was a very liberal person, and those aren't things you would hear from a liberal person. You might hear it from someone that is conservative. So I found it, strange. And so I eventually that led, I mean, we were already splitting up. So eventually I just got my job here in Albuquerque, and I got the offer for Albuquerque. I decided to move. I continue get a thing that I just uprooted and left. Correct. And that's the big thing about it is when you do come out to someone or they find out, it's their perception. Exactly, Adira. That's the big part about being trans. Someone can perceive it in a completely different manner. Whether it can be from a cultural point of view, it can be from a religious point of view. There's so many ways they look at it. Sorry, I just had to move there. Thomas was getting up. You guys see him behind me? Guys can always throw a super sticker in there for him to get snacks. You're saying this put police beside my room? No. First of all, people right now, with everything what's going on with these ICE raids and stuff, the big thing is I'm in New Mexico. New Mexico is what they call a sanctuary state. New Mexico is a state where they're going to protect you. This was one of the states that first said they were going to have the National Guard out here because of the what's called they used to call it the war zone, but now they call it the international district. It's really called the war zone. In It used to be a lot of gang activity, and they said they were going to bring the National Guard out here. I haven't seen them. Yeah, and Becca Max, that's why I say, uh, at a young age, it's good to have them talk um, to a therapist. But yeah, I wouldn't start. If I had a 9-year-old, I wouldn't start him on puberty blockers right away. Because then, people change their minds, especially young ones, and especially if it's something to fit in. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't start, that's why I say therapy first. Yeah, first of all, Abdul, you got to think a little critically on this. If you want to say that the police or someone's behind me, where's my camera? If I'm looking at you, my camera's in front of me, so I can see everything behind me. That's how I can point that this is Area 51 sign. I know that this is a planet, Saturn right there. I know this is a fan. I know that's Elf. I know that's a Guy Fawkes mask. I know everything that's behind me because I can see it. And I've learned to be able to point things out because I do it on my videos. I used to have like 3 other neon lights over here, which I need to fix or reorder. I mean, they're not expensive. Um, so being only for funny, it's an old joke. It's not funny anymore because people try it all the time. And I know what's called situational awareness. I may not be a vet, but I know how to keep my eyes on a room, because like a lot of the vets have always told me, you always sit facing the door. Yes, I have one right there. That I bought it back in the 90s. Well, don't try any jokes like that. I mean, there's certain jokes that are so out of date here that I get all the time. Yadira can tell you people will call me a transformer. People will try to make that joke. Watch out for the person behind you. Oh, there's someone behind you. I am looking behind me because I am looking at the camera. Actually, Jay, I had a girlfriend and her mom worked for the producer of Elf. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do hit a like, subscribe to the channel. Consider dropping a super chat. Or a super sticker. Remember, 25% does go to charities. It was cool. Paul Fusco gave us, that's his name. He actually played the part of Alf, like, not as, but he would man the puppet. He gave me and my girlfriend at the time, he gave us hockey tickets to an LA Kings game. And that's when Wayne Gretzky still played. Yeah, and we had excellent seats. It wasn't just like any seats. There were like, rink side by the ice. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do hit a like and subscribe. We are having great streams lately. Our numbers have not been high, but I think the quantity of people being low has given us quality streams, and um, that has been nice. That's what I've liked. Um, we're getting regulars in here as opposed to getting a bunch of hate content. I do want to say to my subs that are in here today, remember, next Saturday, we are going to do a 12-hour live stream to raise money for since it is Pride Month, I want to raise as much money as we can for the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. Um, so I am giving 50% of whatever we make to the Transgender Resource Center. Then I'm gonna also take about 10% and give it to a friend of mine who has a homeless person that she has been, who is trans also, and she has been helping feed them, get them supplies, stuff like that, and send her money for that. So yes, and thank you very much, Jay, but that's what Super Chat money goes to here, and it can be any amount. It can be go through, the little like dollar sign at the bottom of the stream here. It can be a super sticker, which some of them are $1.99. It can be a super chat. And you can give more, but any little bit helps. Regularly, we give 20% to charities. Like this month, when I get the deposit, we're going to give a pretty good chunk to the charities. Our first 10% every month will go to buy items for the homeless. And I go hand out items to the homeless. I actually have 2 videos during the winter months. We used to give out, I don't have it here anymore, but we used to give out knit beanies and gloves to the homeless so they could stay warm. Right now during the summer, I'm gonna do it in backpack form. I'm gonna get I saw these backpacks on, and I buy my items from Temu. I know people, would criticize buying stuff from China, but sorry, most of our stuff we buy is from China. Like let's look at here. I've got an Under Armour hat, and if we were to look where it's made, it's probably made out of country. This is made in Vietnam. Okay, so people need to stop saying not to buy stuff that's made in Asia or comes from over there, because that's an Under Armour hat. They charge probably $30 just because it says Under Armour on it, and it says freedom, and I bought it at the VA, and it was like $25-$30. The nice thing, I get it tax-free because I work for the federal government, and I buy it at the federal government shop there at work. Where our computers come from, most of it comes from Asia. So I just bought this brand new computer, my Samsung monitor. It all comes from over there. So people shouldn't look at all this stuff because and judge buying stuff off of Temu and stuff, because we're getting just about some of their stuff is cheap, but I'm gonna buy backpacks, put 2 water bottles in there, 2 pairs of socks, and I may even look at purchasing moisture wicking t-shirts for them, and I'm gonna buy different sizes and then hand them out to the homeless. I'm also got these moisture wicking beanies that should help cool them off, because the sweat absorbs into there and then makes them cool off. When I lived in Florida, the government actually gave us, and it was actually as seen on TV. item, and it was a hat. If you poured a watered bottle into it, it would actually cool you off. It would get cold. It had something to activate it that was cold. And I liked it. It was a cool hat. So that's what, happens with money that is donated to the channel. Um, I just, I like people to know. So, and then what I do is when I purchase items, I'm going to start putting receipts on the channel. Pictures of the receipts or the purchase online. So I like to be upfront so people know that I'm not just using it for my own purpose. The other 80% of our usual donations does go for the logistics of the channel. I do want to, start buying some stuff um, for my mods. I'd like to get them some merch so they can represent. I've got, so I do have a merch store. If you guys ever want to purchase from there, I know Nadir posted the merch store link earlier, but this would be the merch store link. It's also in the description to the video. It just looks like it right now. It says we're the only two participants. It does show 9 concurrent viewers. I guess people are getting scared off. I don't know. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do hit a like and subscribe. We can, talk about any topic. Our usuals are we talk about transition, we talk triathlon, we talk trends, we talk about teaching/tips. We can also yeah, and the thing with the one should not be afraid of homeless people. All they really want, um, what do you mean a family to stay with? That means you have to search around. Because it's not something I'm. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Is just find homeless people. One thing that someone did a challenge on one of our streams here on Church Corps. She challenged all of us to carry an extra 20 in the wallet and just give it to a homeless person. And I gave mine one time. It sat in my wallet forever. And one day my friend and I had gone to the Route 66 diner, and there was a homeless guy sitting outside, and he asked us for money for food. And then I looked at him and I'm like, I do have this 20 that's been putting a hole in my wallet. I said, I just saved it for a time like this. I gave it to him. Most people say, um, you know, not not to give it to homeless people, um, and you know, because they'll go buy drugs or something. But I gave it to them, and they were so appreciative. Abdul, the thing is, really, do you think people that you just meet online are going to be comfortable taking in a stranger that they've never met? Get into a program where you can be a foreign exchange student. You can't just promise that you'll study medicine. Who knows if you will? Right now, there's a lot of things that go on online that people don't trust others. You're from the Emirates, okay? How can you prove that? Um, then on top of that, um, you might be from the UAE, but how can I trust that I'm not going to be scammed? You know, people do this all the time. They come on to a channel. They will say, "Oh, I will come. I'll meet you here. Send me X amount of money," and then they say, "Oh no, I need more." The next thing you know, someone's out thousands, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. How do we know you aren't someone that's going to do that? No, Jennifer, I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that this happens so much. Welcome, Jennifer. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry you came in at a time when someone's asking for, a place to stay. You know. Hey, Barbie, welcome to the stream. Welcome, Jennifer. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Barbie, how are you tonight? Please do hit a like if you haven't already. Why, Abdul? Did you hear everything I just said? Kat, welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like, subscribe, consider dropping a super chat. Anything you say, I can read it right online. I haven't seen Dead Poet Society. I've seen it in the past, but I'm not sure. It might have been, but it was a great movie. I've seen it several times. So welcome, Mads. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Did I accidentally? So you're new to our channel, huh, Jennifer? How are you tonight? Welcome to Jules Treasures. The reason we call it Area 5T1, the reason is my name is Jules. Everyone here is a treasure. Um, okay. That's awesome, Jennifer. I'm glad to have you here. Have you subscribed to the channel? Jason, you're back. I hadn't seen you in a while. Yeah, I just hid cut from the channel. Um, you're multi-modding. Oh, guys, remember next week on Saturday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. live stream. Have have the topics ready, you guys. We can talk about anything that day. That day, 50% will go to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. Also, I will be helping a friend make some money for a homeless trans person in Arizona that she helps with. Yeah, Jennifer, I can say I have found the best mods in the business on this channel. Dira and Jason are fantastic. I have one, she was here a little while ago. She's one of my 2 OG subs, and her name is Lena Mystic Mama. She'll pop in mystically, and she if anybody's like the little mystic in the woods, is her. Oh, so she's one of your guys' friends? I know too many Jennifers, you guys. It's amazing. What my first ex-wife, her name's Jennifer. I have a cousin that's a Jennifer, and what else? Who else I know? Who else do I know? Oh, and the friend that and I have another friend named that's probably derived from Jennifer, but it goes by Jenny. So cool, Jason. Thanks for putting that up there. Jenny Clevenger, welcome. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Jenny here. This is another Jenny. See, is a tier 1 sub, and Jenny, I do have to upload today's Get Ready With Me video. It will be done. I will upload it before I start doing my research for Church of Korah sermon for tomorrow morning. Yeah, all of them. So I do have a Get Ready With Me video for members. That pay for paid members. Okay, and Lisa's? Hello, everyone. Welcome. You're on with Jules. Yeah, they're all out. Is it like a full moon for gens, or are you guys right here in this phase, or something? Oh, you're a Gemini. Yeah, it is a Gemini. Wait, yeah, because next week switches over to Cancer, and I'm a Cancer. 'Cause my birthday will be coming up. Oh no, mine's not on May 26th. Oh, that's your birthday? Um, no, mine's coming up. What's the date today? 14th. Mine will be in 17 days. I'm gonna hit the big 5-5. Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. Um, I do. I have great mods. I can't say more. I can't say enough about how lucky I've been for the mods I have gotten. Starting from day one when I started needing moderators because I started doing live streams to now. It's like I've just I've you know I just have great moderators. Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Yes, Jenny, we do. We have fantastic. We've developed a fantastic base of people. We we do have 2,300 subs, but it seems the main group of subs that comes into our streams most of the time is one core group, and that core group is fantastic. I think that hopefully if we can keep that core group going, uh, and we start getting more people and develop that core group and getting more positive people, it can help grow the channel and we can keep it positive rather than what we were seeing, mm, you know, back in May. You know, yeah, back May 30th, we may have had almost 17,000 views, but how many of those were hate comments? So I'd rather have, like today we'll probably end the night with 600 or 700, but I know it's all people that have given constructive conversations rather than come in here and spread hate comments. And actually, I really have Yadira, Jason, Lena, Kathy Rutherford, Avita, everyone, all the mods to thank for it. Because I think in the time that I've had all of these mods, it's gotten some of these people to stop coming in, to the channel and not getting so many of the hate comments. Next week, we probably will see some because we will be on a long time. We will also, the stream is already, should be on the front page of my, it should already be listed on my channel. So yeah, it's already listed on my channel, so there will be people already seeing that stream. That it's going to happen. So it'll attract more people, and it's scheduled. It says 6:21, 11 a.m. Well, thank you, Yadira. You guys have done fantastic. Yeah, and that's why I have to thank them, because they all do a fantastic job, all the mods. Who was it that was telling me to watch Chariots of the Gods? I think I'm going to do an urban myth video on that, because I did watch it last night. I'm going to re-watch it and take notes, because there was a lot of good stuff in that video. And in that video, I do want people to come in, that because they did talk a lot about biblical content, and about how things that are seen in many biblical drawings and paintings do have extraterrestrial origins. And it might have been, but it was, yeah, it might have been Rickshaw. I think it was. You guys, if you haven't watched it, definitely go see it. It is very old film, but I actually think I had seen it in the past before. It just starts off with one civilization. I'll kind of give, I might get a little giveaway here at the beginning. It's like, at the beginning they show a civilization. It's an island where there's like an, very low tech civilization. But the U.S. military, I think during World War I, used it for like maintenance on planes, and also as a supply depot. So they would land their airplanes there. So this civilization started building after the military took the base off of there. Yeah, it is on YouTube. I found it. After the military took the base off of there, this civilization, because they saw all this modern technology, started building the airplanes out of out of brush. They started hoping that what they called gods basically would come back. Yeah, the the Council of Nicaea, real, yeah, that really is a big thing also. So, but they do show about how many things are talked about in the Bible that really there was like several scriptures that they said and it showed like extraterrestrial origin from it, and it was just amazing. Oh, I think one was the Sodom and Gomorrah. They said that Sodom and Gomorrah blew up in flames, and that the way they describe it, um, yeah, yes, it was a book written by an author about extraterrestrial, beings. Hello, Mars. So what they say when the way the Bible describes Sodom and Gomorrah, and really if you read the text, um, it it sounds like basically the mushroom cloud from an atomic bomb or a nuclear device. So if Sodom and Gomorrah existed, it was wiped out by a nuclear device. So, you know, um, there was a lot of good comparisons. I really liked that. And then they went and talked about the Aztecs and all the. I was actually talking about a film that I watched. Uh, it's called Chariots of the Gods. It's a very good one. You can find it here on YouTube and stream it to your TV if you have something like a Google Chromecast or something. Hello, Sauce. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I know they did sodomy. That's where the name comes from. There's a lot of, yeah, there'll always be a lot of theories about everything. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, remember, you are a treasure here. Yeah, I had been told twice by one of my subs on here in a stream, and I went ahead and watched it last night. I stayed up late last night, guys, till about, I'm talking till about 2:30 watching it, but it was fantastic. Yes, guys, please like Jason just said, uh, subscribe, and to the channel, and you can share it with other people. Um, you know, Remember, any donos here, such as super chats, super stickers, or going through Cash App. Um, this month we've upped it to 25%. It's going to charities. We always do 20% to charity. This month we've gone up by 5%. It will be 10% to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, 10% to buying items for the homeless, 5% to Animal Humane New Mexico. That's where I adopted this guy. Also, next Saturday, we will be doing a 12-hour live stream. We're trying to get as much as we can, and as far as donos, 50% is going to go to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, along with another 10% is going to go to help a homeless trans person in Arizona. I will relay the money to a friend of mine in Arizona, and then she will buy items for this person. Oh, that's awesome, Mars. Congrats. Well, is that is that something you two came up with, or um, did you guys strike a deal with that, or what? But it's a step forward. Remember, it's a step forward. At least you're not closeted to everyone. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some iced tea. Okay, I'm back. Yes, very well said, Yadira. Therapy would be good for both of you. You guys can go, have one session. Like Mars, you can have a session with a therapist and your mom with one, and then you guys can go together other times. It might be a good way. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. We're going on 3 hours, you guys. Yeah, and it gives you a way to, you know, find steps on how you're going to go, through your transition. You guys can come up with plans like, uh, it helps. It makes it easier. Hey, MB, welcome. Um, Bye. Hey, MB, I'm doing the sermon tomorrow on the Church of Korihor, so maybe, hopefully, we'll see you there. I got to put it together after the stream. Yeah, I actually, like I said, I mean, I kind of have an idea on how I'm gonna go about the sermon, so it'll be fun. Yeah, here you are. Okay, Mars, you have a good night. Yeah, charge phones up. I'm thinking of getting a tablet so I can have it. I've noticed like I have a tablet, but it's in my pod, but it's an older one, so I'm thinking of getting a new one. I was almost gonna break down and buy an iPad, but I'm not an Apple person. So I might get another little Samsung Android tab. You're just not ready to go to bed. Yeah, after this I gotta put together a sermon. I also gotta decide what. I love my Chromebook. I have a Lenovo Chromebook. This thing put together my. It was the only thing that finally put together my new system, where I have two monitors. I'm gonna I'm gonna buy another monitor in the 24 inch, and then buy one of those bases where you can like mount the two monitors that clips onto the desk. And actually, I'm gonna buy one for three monitors, so I'll have the two 24s down at the bottom and the 22 up at the top. Talk about being able to, having a, and then the next thing will be purchase. I'm thinking a good camera for vlogging and for the stream. So, something I'll give a better view. But cameras are expensive. That's what I'm noticing. So, what do you mean the replay crew for church tomorrow? You were going to be on there? Yeah, I got to figure out what. Oh, I know what outfit I'll wear. Oh, you won't be live? When are you going to do? When are you going to do the sermon? I've told them here, Yadira might be there. I know Huggy's gonna he always is likes going to the church channel. Huggy wants to do a sermon, actually. He's a former Mennonite. Muffin, I have been looking on there for several items, but I didn't think of looking at on cameras. I was looking for. I did find like tires for my Xterra. I found a great deal on tires there. They weren't brand new, but a brand new set of BF Goodrich all-terrain KO2s would have cost me like what, $2,000, and I found them for 300. So and I mean they had good tread on them and everything. So yeah, marketplace is excellent. Like someone right now, I could have gotten some up, like, or actual, what, OEM, as they call it, original equipment manufacturer, Nissan wheels for my Xterra. I know they fit. I know they're 16-inch wheels, but when I asked the guy, he told me they're 15-inch wheels. I need 16s. So I'm not going to buy them from him because he doesn't know what size he's selling. I know they're 16s because other sellers are selling the same one, but he's selling them for $100. Others are selling them for 200-300. I'm not going to. I decided that I'd rather wait until I do the lift to the Xterra, which will be on the channel too, in the truck section. Yeah, sir, the church, we start at 10 tomorrow. So, but I think it'll be easy to put together a sermon about Pride Month and why it's celebrated. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do hit a like, subscribe to the channel. We are going, let's see, we'll go for another half hour. Consider dropping a dono. You can either send it through a super chat, super sticker, or you can go through the Cash app. Now, another thing, Muffin, that I've got working for me is what they call the VCS. The VCS is what's called the Veterans Canteen Service. It's a little store within the VA. You would think it's just a gift shop, but like I bought this hat there. I bought the new laptop there. I'm trying to think what else I've bought there. I've bought a ton of clothes there, and they have this wonderful little card that they'll issue you. It looks like a little credit card, and you go up to the cashier and you give it to them. It's called an EDP card, electronic EPD, electronic payroll deduct, and you just swipe it, and it gets the most they can take out of your check is $125, and so sometimes they'll have good stuff that's on sale, and well, they'll have good stuff in the electronics section. That's, like I said, I got my computer there, $199 for a Chromebook. They have iPads right now, but I think the iPads are going to be expensive. Like I said, I'm not much of an iPad person, of an Apple person. I was so happy when I asked them. I'm like, when I went and looked at the laptop, and I'm like, oh, that's a Chromebook. And then I asked her how much it was. She's all, oh, $199. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I already, like, I've paid back most of my, like the other day, in fact, I think the receipt is like right around here. The balance, the most we can take out or use on that card is $1,250. I think last time I checked, my balance was at 1,000. like 1,060. So this payday it'll go up to 1,100 that I have in credit, and then next payday it should be. I mean, about the only thing I'll do at work really is buy drinks. Hello, Ashley. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Ashley Comics. Are you in the comics there, Ashley, then? Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Well, Ashley, you see the name to the stream? It says Jules Treasures, Area 5T1. I'm Jules. All of you online here are my treasures. And Area 5T1 is, I'm big into the alien thing, as you can see my elf doll here, and, some alien themed stuff, and you do see Area 51 there. I call it 5T1. And I call it Area 5T1 because we talk the 5 T's on this channel, are the main topics we talk about. We talk about transition. I'm a 54-year-old transgender woman. We talk about triathlon. I like to participate in triathlon. Talk about trends. So I just, from time to time, I'll get new clothing hauls. I'll do videos on the clothing hauls. You'll see the different clothes on me later on in, in other videos. I talk about teaching, and it goes along with tips. And those two, that category has subcategories. And within the teaching, I teach about different recipes I like to do. I talk about being prepared for times of emergency. I talk about urban myths. I've done one on the Denver airport. I just did one about a guy named Mark Hoffman and how he created an urban myth that almost took down one of the world's wealthiest churches. And I talk about high demand religions. I used to belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So I talk about high demand religions / cults. And the last thing I talk about are trucks. I like to work on my vehicle. I have a 2008 Nissan Xterra that I like to work on. Well, welcome, Ashley. Like I said, I'm a transgender woman. Thank you for subscribing. I can see you have subscribed to the channel. Just know that everything on this channel, everyone here, we try to help each other out. Not everybody is trans, but we have lots of allies in here. We are, a family. So feel free to, be able to talk to us if you need, if you have any questions. I don't know how long you've been transitioning, or if you can give us advice on your transition, that is always welcome. Myself, I'm a 54-year-old transgender woman. I am a nurse at the Department of Veterans Affairs. So I try to get information from work sometimes because we do have an LGBTQ like social work department. So if I can get information from work from their part of our website, I will. So yeah, welcome. Definitely you are a treasure here. Everybody is. Just know that like you can see as in any stream, people can drop super chats or super stickers. We do donate money from those. 10% I use, and I go enhance items that the homeless may need. Uh, this month we're adding another 5% because we usually give 5% to the Transgender Resource Center here in Albuquerque. And now this month, since it is Pride Month, we are giving uh, another, we're making it a full 10% to the Transgender Resource Center in Albuquerque. And then we give 5% um, to Animal Humane New Mexico. That's where I adopted this guy. Um, so, and just know next Saturday, I am doing a 12-hour live stream, and 50% of what comes in total is going to the Transgender Resource Center. So if we make $5, they get $2.50. If we make $100, they get $50. Um, if we make 500, they get $250. You know, that's the way it's going to be next weekend. And on top of that, I'm adding another 10%. We're going to give to a friend of mine to help out a homeless trans friend of hers, and so we can help, you know, her buy supplies for that person. What a life, Tomasito. Uh, yeah, yeah. So that's what we do here. We're trying to help each other out. I know, you know, like today I was watching the news everywhere. I loved seeing that through all these No Kings rallies, I saw so many pride flags and so many leaders of these groups help and defending the LGBTQIA, um, you know, pride movement. That was one big thing that I noticed that was awesome. You know, we, you know, we can't let them, you know, make us disappear. And that's another thing, guys. I'm here to be an advocate. Um, so sometimes people come in here. Ashley, you'll see people come in and try to spread their hate, but no, I've got great mods that'll take them out. But I will actually ask them their, you know, questions that um, may leave them thinking. I A lot of them, it's funny because a lot of the haters will come in, and a lot of them are religious haters, and you have the religious and the political, and or the religious slash political ones, and I can get them thinking. So, oh, Muffin, this dog, tell me that Dalmatians are hyper. Who can tell me that? You know, this is a 5-year-old Dalmatian mix. But, you know, when I was thinking about it, no, he's 5 years old. Um, but when I was going to adopt him, I was talking to friends, and we were going. I was trying to decide on dogs, and I said, "Oh," I said, "I found this beautiful Dalmatian." I had at least 2 friends tell me, "Why do you want to get a Dalmatian? Those things are deadly. They're aggressive dogs." He's my 5th Dalmatian in my lifetime. I'm like, no, they're not. I'm like, the only reason they're perceived to be that way, I said, is because they're hyper dogs. When they're born, they're hyper dogs. Um, Dalmatians are actually herding dogs. Uh, that's why it comes the whole thing with fire departments having a Dalmatian. When they first made fire trucks, they were horse drawn. And so what happens is they used to use the Dalmatians to herd the horses, to keep them in line. And that's why they're hyper dogs that have to keep up with the horses. So they're a herding dog. That's why they have the energy that they do. And that's the unfortunate thing that, and I'm going to say, I don't want to, but Disney, when they do come out with 101 Dalmatians, every time they do, people go and adopt these things left and right. And next thing you know, what happens? The shelters get full of them because they don't realize that these are hyper dogs. Hi, Stars. What did you? I can't even remember when this was. So yeah, a lot of people adopt Dalmatians after they see the movie, and then next thing you know, the shelters are full of them because how hyper these dogs are. No problem, Stars. We don't hold grudges here. Yeah, I was with someone like what now it's coming up on 2 years, and we had 6 dogs. Some of them have unfortunately passed away, but um, yeah, we had 6 dogs. Uh, and I wouldn't even count the number of cats. So now that I moved out here, eventually I was starting to watch. I've been watching a show here. It's other YouTube channel that I watch regularly. It's an off-road recovery channel, and they had a pretty cool dog and it looked like him. It was more of a border collie, but it was so cool to watch the dog run around. Well, hello, Ashley. We have another Ashley here in the stream. We have Ashley Comics and we have Ashley. So Ashley Comics, we may call you Comics. Oh, by the way, what kind of comics do you draw? I didn't see that. Yep, 2 Ashleys. Well, that's nothing. We have like numerous Jennifers. But only one Jules. One Yadira. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe. It looks like we're going to do another 4-hour live stream today. I guess we're warming up for... Hey Lai, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Remember, you are a treasure here. Welcome to Area 5T1, where we do discuss the 5 T's. We talk about transition, triathlon, trends, teaching, and trucks. We are like how long total, like how many years or how many hours? Right now we're at 3 hours and 15 minutes today. Um, but how long have I been streaming? I think total, I've been streaming for for about a year now. Actually, Muffin, if you want, yeah, and if you want a good dog food recipe, look in my uh, look in my recipes part of the channel. I do have a good dog food recipe in there that I learned from one of the vets. Not vets as a not as a veteran, but a veterinarian, which we used to take our dogs to in Florida. Look at that, you guys. Thank you very much. We're back up to 2330. Well, Lila, well, I'm a trans woman. I will say that the best thing to do is, I know it's hard when you're young and you're trying to, are you under 18? If you are under 18, it is hard to transition because some of the laws that are going on. I will say that one of the big things you should start doing is if you're going to transition, one of my things would say is make sure you're seeing a therapist, that you and your parents do go to a therapist, find a therapist that will see transgender individuals, and talk to them. You go, have your parents go if you've come out to them, and then maybe have sessions together also, and work your way, and if you haven't come out in society yet, that's fine. Well, D, first of all, I'm going to tell you, it's not realizing you're in the wrong gender. It's realizing that you are not, that you don't belong, you're not in the gender you were signed up for. Um, what made me realize is I noticed throughout my lifetime I did many feminine things. Um, so, all my life I've noticed, that even going to the bathroom, once I was potty trained, there, just the way I started, going to the bathroom, I always wanted to sit, never wanted to, stand. There's many little quirks to it. When I was in my teens and nobody was home, I always wanted to go try on my mom's makeup. I wanted to try on her and my sister's clothes. I always liked that women could have makeup done, but men couldn't. There was a double standard. There was, within cultures, there's this double standard. I grew up, I'm Mexican, so especially in a Hispanic culture, you have this, especially Mexico has the machismo thing going on. So, you're always forced to be, this dominant male, and that's not who I was. So, but you keep it inside, you bottle it up, and then one day you finally realize it, that you you were hiding this person inside of you, and you have to come out. Like I went to a therapist and had to talk to them because I said I was feeling this way. I was, you know, I was feeling that, and this is what I like to do. I started cross-dressing again. And this was at age 51. I came out late. So I started cross-dressing. I started trying on my wife at the time. I started trying on her clothes. I started, and sure enough, I went to therapy, and the therapist told me, you have gender dysphoria. You have, you don't feel, you know, don't identify as the gender you were assigned at birth. And that's basically everything in a nutshell. I mean, so she started telling me, okay, you can start a social transition. So you start off socially. You can start buying makeup, trying on different, you can start clothes. Gender dysphoria is if, for example, I was male when I was born, obviously they told me, or told my mom, but I felt uncomfortable as identifying as a male. Inside myself, I felt female. That is what gender dysphoria is. I mean, I was, I grew up and they teach you all this stuff about being a man, being, you know, you know, being patriarchal, but no, you feel feminine inside, and not just feminine that, you know, you don't want to do male things, but no, you feel feminine. You feel uncomfortable as a man, identifying as one. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Guys, we're back up to 2331. Please, when you do subscribe, we appreciate the subscribers. And please do continue to watch the channel. You can hit the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Tomorrow I will be on multiple streams. I will probably be, first of all, I'll be on what's called the Church of Korihor. That's a church you can say I attend. I am a member of a godless church. So I am an atheist. So it's a church for atheists and agnostics. If you do want to watch my sermon tomorrow, I'm going to be giving it. I will be on that channel. It'll be attached to my channel tomorrow morning before going on there. Well, Dee, I do want to tell you that hormones do certain things to the male body that will compare to the biological woman. Of course, I will never give childbirth. But I am starting to see, obviously, I've had tenderness in the chest. I'm now in the A cup category. I am starting to see I've lost 30 pounds. That's because I've been on a diet and also been on Wegovy. And I am starting to develop more of an hourglass figure. But yeah, I'll never feel childbirth or postpartum. But have you felt the dysphoria yourself? that's where, that's a complete different thing. You have not felt the dysphoria. Physical health and mental health are just as important. I'm a nurse, and I can tell you that a, the person is just not about their physical well-being. It's looking at the entire person. Physically, their mental health, their spiritual health, and you know, and what else do we look at? And uh, there's there's one other thing, but it's just a holistic picture. And I just said, no, Dee, I won't be able to feel those uh, hardships. But there's also the fact that you don't know what it's like feeling different than who you truly are, or being labeled one thing and being another. That's what dysphoria is. And like I said, as a person, it's about the whole picture. It's not just about the physical pain. It's about the physical, spiritual, and mental. So you've got to have balance in your body, not just, think of what a person was born as. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules as always. You are a treasure here. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, Yadira, it's just someone coming in to challenge us. No, I have not heard of Homestuck. What is Homestuck, Ashley? See, we can all learn from each other. That's what I was just reading about it. Yeah, I was just reading real quick. I just looked it up online. That's why I love having two screens. Can't wait till I have three. My computer's going to be nuts. I'll have three monitors. Actually, it'll be four because I can even open up the laptop and have a third monitor there. So that'll be, and I could even hook up my TV to it, have five. It'll be nuts if I had the full setup done. I think they say a Chromebook you can hook up to five monitors with it. And each one having a different site opened. I mean, I have my second monitor that's over here. I have 5 tabs open. So one's the my channel on YouTube. Why not? Like right now I run 2, plus my laptop if I wanted to open my laptop. So over here on my right, I have just my YouTube page up. I also have a tab that shows my merch store. I have my payment info from YouTube, as my channel is monetized. So I know how much I will be getting paid this month. I also have my channel analytics page. I actually have that open so I can see how many subs I have, how many views, what videos are doing the best compared to others. And then I have my dashboard, which is my very front page on my analytics, which is showing the performance figures of my uh, um, site. And then on my other monitor, which I am running this channel from, I'm watching you guys talk. I also have another streaming platform called StreamYard where I can talk with other people. If I want to do a stream with other people, I have Major League Baseball scores up, and I have like 3 YouTube tabs open. How much does YouTube pay? Okay, it all depends, Dee. Now, most of my, if you look up here, oh wait, you can't see it. I don't know if you can see it on my, if you were to be watching my stream. Is this? But my channel, there is a little $sign at the bottom of the chat box. On that chat box, you can click on it and give what they call a super chat, a super sticker, or even a super thanks. A super chat is you can put in whatever you want to say. You pay a certain amount, whatever you want to give. It could be from $1.99. I've had someone give $99. And then that statement pops up in a box, highlighted. And then because someone was nice enough to donate to the channel, I'll read it, no matter what they say. You know? I mean, people have given money and thrown scriptural messages in there, and I read it out of respect because I say I will read every super chat. Now I'm atheist, so I don't believe in God. But if they throw a scriptural text from the Bible, I'll look it up and I'll read it. Um, those super chats are what one makes most money from. Like today, we've made $9.99. My moderator Jason threw out $9.99. Now, the more subs you have, the more people are, and how much they support you, it tends to give you more on your chat. Now, if you can hit certain keywords and that stream and that keyword, that say a certain video, and there's a keyword in it that a lot of people will go to it. Like I had a video recently and 500 people saw it overnight. And the keyword was, because it was about the Mormon church, they pay more. Hey Cobra, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much, Cobra. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. You have to meet the criteria to monetize. It's not just like you open a YouTube channel and then you monetize. It took me a while to monetize. You have to to get monetized, you need 500 subscribers, 500 viewership hours, and then you have to get 1,000 subscribers, and then I forgot what the criteria were, and like I think it was 3,000 viewership hours and 5,000 viewership hours. It took a while to get, or 1,500 and 3,000. It took a while to get, and once I met my goal, it's just stayed steady. The thing is, you have to find your niche on what you talk about. It's just, and you have to stay consistent. Me, I like to do live streams about 5 days a week. This week, we will be live streaming every night except Monday, because we'll do our usual Tuesday night transition Tuesday stream. I get off work Wednesday, and then I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because I only work Monday through Wednesday this week, because Thursday is Juneteenth, and I always have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at lots of streams this week, you guys. That's 6 streams starting tomorrow. And the only night off will be Sunday, or I mean Monday. Lots of streaming, and then Saturday, a super long stream. Super long. It'll be our first Jules-a-thon ever. So I will say on that day, please do come on here. Even give whatever little you can. Even if it's $1.99, it would be greatly appreciated. Like I said, I have friends from other YouTube and TikTok channels are going to be sending their subs over. So maybe we'll end up with more subs too. Yeah. Have you ever watched Life Takes Two? Life Take Two? That's she's a friend of mine, and she's she's gonna send people from her TikTok. Oh yeah, and Cobra, especially next Saturday will be a big day because like I said, it's going to be a 12-hour live stream. So we're trying to raise some money. Yeah, she's actually part of the Church Core Horror, um, also Exmo. So yes, yes, she is. And I think she's back to doing videos. She was going to shut down for a little bit because of some situations, but yeah, we're since it is Pride Month, we're gonna raise money for the Transgender Resource Center uh, of New Mexico. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We've got about 15 minutes left. We're coming up on 4 hours, guys. We're really getting the practice for next week. Um, Now tomorrow we won't be able to do such a long stream due to I work the next day. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just kind of scrolling through. Uh, See if I could find my. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're back up to 2332 at where we left last night on subs. Sometimes what happens is, I always say if we end at a certain amount, we end up at plus or minus 3 or 4 the next day. We'd actually gone down to like -5 today because we were at 2327 a little bit ago, but we've gained back those 5. Our next goal, if we can reach it by next week, it would be fantastic. Or if we can hit it during the stream, I will do a giveaway on that stream. I already told you guys what I'll do. I'll do prep bag in case you live in an area where there's disasters. I used to live in Florida, so I used to always had a to-go bag in case a hurricane came around. I was always ready to go. We had to have 3-day bags for each person in the family. I even did a video and taught how to do one for my dog because I want to have a to-go bag for my dog because if I'm carrying my backpack and then I try to carry water for the dog, that's extra weight that I have to carry. So what did I do? I made a to-go bag for the dog. My dog has a to-go harness, so he can carry it on his back and he'd be able to carry his stuff. 3 days worth of food, 3 days worth of water. I thought he heard me, but of course my dog's deaf because he suddenly moved, looked up with his head, and I was like, oh, he's probably hearing me talk about him. But as I said, he is deaf, so yeah, I know. He has that sixth sense, Yadira. He's sleeping on the floor right here right to the left of me. He does. I believe he's picked up on certain things about me. I've had him it's gonna be 5 months now, and I love this dog. He's too great. Um, I think me and him were made to find each other. He's picked up certain about certain things about me, and I think he knows about like my seizure disorder and kind of picks up on things when things may happen. So I really he really acts different those days when I'm feeling sick. So I really appreciate him. Like I said, I couldn't have picked a better one. I was gonna pick the healer mix, Australian Shepherd dog, but I think he would have been too hyper. Of course, he would have been sipping on martinis and drinking and smoking cigarettes because his name was Brian, like the dog on Family Guy. Yeah, I would see him probably there, and then driving around in a Prius. I think we're starting to get to the witching hour here. We're gonna finish up. We're gonna start closing up shop here. I do want to say that we've had a great time tonight. We've had 2 practice videos for next week. We have done, we've, yeah, I know, but this is, what, 2 days that we've done 4-hour videos. I do have to prepare a talk for my for a sermon on the Church of core horror. Um, it will be about Pride Month. Um, so um, I will be giving that tomorrow at um, 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So I do want to say thank you for joining me here. I do want to thank my mods. Let's give a thanks to Jason for the super chat tonight, and where he stated, "Just because I can," and it is a great cause. Um, so I do want to thank Jason for that. It does go towards the charities that we have stated. Um, I do want to thank everybody that has been here tonight, all the new subscribers. Like I said, we gained about 5 new ones. Uh, kind of broke even because we had lost some, but it's great to always get new ones. Hopefully, those people do stay. Um, let let's have a great night. We will see you tomorrow. I will be doing a live stream. I'll probably end up doing it early in the morning. I will probably just do a 2-hour one um, to, um, you know, to basically, get ready for work early. I do work Monday. So, remember, let's be strong in these times. We are having some definitely some times where we have to be strong because we are facing many challenges, as many of the things that are going on these days, especially today, what we have seen. I was glad to see all these peaceful protests, and not a lot of violence. I think it was in Minnesota, there was one, uh, uh, someone did get, I think 2 people got killed, but that's about it. I mean, that's better than seeing a mass, murder or anything. I think it's very hard to see that they are militarizing our country, using the military along with the police. And I want to say that actually, I know that that is a crime. It goes against the law of posse comitatus. I know they brought it up on uh, you know, the newscast that I was watching. Like I said, I'm watching the alt media. I love watching the alt media because you're not watching those that are biased. And they talked about the law of posse comitatus, and you hardly ever hear someone talk about that. So I do want to say thank you for being here. Stay safe, everyone. We will. Yes, Yadira, it was 2 Democratic senators of that state, and wasn't Padilla of California handcuffed in the Capitol building or something like that? Um, it's just amazing. We're seeing unrestful times. Unfortunately, I never read it, and I'm talking about Project 2025. Um, it's actually coming about. So we're gonna see a lot more happening, and we're gonna, help each other out. Unfortunately, we might have to be ready to uh, defend ourselves in the fact that we need to talk, and we need to call our, senators, our representatives, get them to take action. Luckily, I live in a state that has a left legislature, a blue state. I live in a blue state. Um, and, you know, and if this keeps up with the military and everything, I hope not. I hope things don't hit the fan. So I do want to say Thank you for being here. Be careful out there, you guys. Please join us again tomorrow. Like I said, it'll probably be in the afternoon. I'm probably gonna say about 1 p.m. and we'll go till about 3, and then I will, you know, then I will. It'll give me time because with my buddy down here, because he will tend to nap in the afternoon also. Um, so, have a good night. Thank you for joining me here. Remember, I am Jules. All of you are my treasures, and you were here in Area 5T1. Thank you, and have a good night.